Hey guys, I'm Jill Powell, and hopefully you've been following me for a while, but if you haven't, just so you know, I am a celebrity makeup artist and I have a passion in education, so I am here to bring you all my tips, tricks, everything I know, so that you too can do beautiful makeup at home, look like a celebrity, or just do natural makeup. So hope you enjoy my videos, and today we are going to do this look. And it's basically kind of like a sunset gold cranberry look with some lashes and some winged liner, so check it out. Okay, so I already have my complexion and my brows on. I did throw a little bit of lip on because my lips are really small and I just wanted a little love today, make them look a little bit bigger. So I do have all of those products on right now, but let's jump right into eyes. So for eyes, I got a bunch of new stuff recently and I have yet to play with it. So I figured what better way than to start a video and try it all out. So a lot of these I'm trying out for the first time. So bear with me because a lot of times I do not like to use something for the first time when it's a big event or something. I like to be comfortable with my products, know exactly how they work, but sometimes you do use brand new stuff. So here we go. We are going to use the Milk Makeup Eye Pigment as a primer. This one's in After Party, and it looks to be kind of like a champagne, kind of pinky color. So we'll use a flat synthetic brush. And yeah, it's basically like a kind of a pink champagne color, a little bit of shimmer. But I have heard amazing things about these pigments. Apparently they are super long wearing, all day long, no creasing. So if you have problems with your eyeshadow staying on, we'll see how it works today, but I have heard great things about these eye pigments. I've heard that they just really lock everything in. You can use them by themselves just for a shadow, or as I'm doing, you can use them as a base. So we're gonna use them as the base of the eyes. And I'm going in with a flat synthetic brush. I didn't want to use my finger for this one because I wanted the pigment to go on a little bit more sheer. I didn't want to be too heavy with it. So I've got some new palettes to try. This one is by Beaute. It's called the Grandiose palette. It's very pretty. Kind of has these really pretty sunsetty colors. So I definitely think I'm going to use some of these for sure. Then I got a bunch of Violet Voss palettes, and I love Violet Voss. This one is called Creme Brûlée. This is probably my everyday, what I love to wear kind of colors. They're golds and bronzes, and you've got some crease colors. And then this one was really pretty as well. This one is Le Macarron, also by Violet Voss. And these ones have all shimmers, so there's no matte colors in here to work with, which is why I definitely want to work with some of the other ones. So I might skip around and use a little bit of each, but let's just see how it goes. So I am going to start out with my crease. So my eyes, I don't know if you can see up close. Can we zoom in maybe? So we're gonna get a little zoom action. Sorry for the up close and personal. But my eyes are getting older. And as we get older, gravity hits and everything just comes down. My jawline's coming down. I just bought a tool for that though, so we're gonna do a video on that soon. And my eyelids are coming down. Everything just starts dropping, everything. So my eyes no longer have this like beautiful, like tight situation. I have extra skin here. As you can see, it kind of folds over. So I like to kind of get rid of that, all that stuff right in there. So I like to apply my crease color right where my actual real crease is and not where all the folds are, because it lifts and it kind of diffuses the effect of my, for lack of a better word, saggy eyelids. So we are just going to kind of create that crease up a little bit high, still where my orbital bone is, but I want to push that area in because I don't want it to be too noticeable that I am aging and things are sagging. We'll get a little bit more right in here. You can see my eye bone is right there, so it definitely goes in really nicely, and we're just going to accentuate that. So, and then it creates a little bit of a lift. So I'm using a fluffy crease brush by Elcie. This one is the E1. And I'm just kind of carving out my crease. And this color is really nice and warm. It's like kind of like an orangey or brown. It's creating some dimension in there for me. I am gonna bring it a little bit far over under my brow, just to really open up that inner part of my eye. And then whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to blend up and out. So I get a nice soft blend. I'm not adding any product at this point, just so it's not too strong. So you see when I blend, my skin moves. If you're my age or older, this might be happening to you. If you're younger, get ready for it. It's nice and fun. So I have a really light touch because I don't want to like move it too much because then I'm not going to get the blend I want. So just really light touch. There we go. Nice and blended. Let's go in and do brow highlight. So I'm going to use Patchouli from the same palette, and I'm just going to go under my brow. This one is a matte shade, just nice and neutral. Doesn't really brighten too much, which is totally fine. Just going to kind of soften. So I actually am going to use the lightest color in the Violet Voss palette. Doesn't say the names. Just like a bone kind of lighter, brighter one. And I'm just going to go right in my like arch of my brow, just to brighten a little bit more. Really subtle. Okay, perfect. What should we do next? So many fun colors to choose from. I think today I want to do like a medium to dark lid, not dark, but I don't want to do like super light. A lot of times I'll do like the light lid, crease, kind of dark in the corners, but I want to change it up today. So we are going to use this kind of gold toned color from the Violet Voss palette. And I'm going to go all over my lid with it. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, that's a gel color right there. I knew it had to be. I love Violet Voss shadows. The shimmer ones are so pretty. Ooh, and I like how that is mending into that really warm crease color. So if you notice when I do my own makeup, I'm tilting back because again, the skin on my eyelid is not as taut as it used to be. So when I tilt back, I can really see my bone structure. So if you have kind of movement in your eyelids as well, that's a great tip. Just tilt your head back a little bit. It also flattens your lid, and then you're not raising your eyebrows. I don't like to raise my eyebrows when I'm doing makeup because it changes the placement. So if I raise my eyebrows like this, now my crease is all the way up here, but when I drop it, it's exactly where it should be. So unless you talk with your brows lifted all the time, don't do your makeup like that. And as you can see, I'm also not like right up in the mirror this close. People do not stand and talk to you that close. So it's best to be kind of just an arm's distance away from the mirror because you can actually see a lot more. I am really loving that lid color. It's so pretty. It kind of has like multi-dimension to it. What are we thinking? You liking it? Awesome. Okay. I like it. So now I feel I need depth and dimension. So I am going to go in with a matte color. The reason being this shimmer is so pretty, but it's very shimmery and shimmer reflects light. So I want to create, I'm gonna add a little more here. I wanna create some dimension on the outer part of my crease just to really like make it pop. So let's grab another crease brush. This one is, honestly, I probably got this at iMats. This looks like one of the crown brushes or something like that. It's all kind of worn off. And so it says something deluxe crease, I think, because all that's left is the B, an EL, half of a U, X, E, and then EASE. But I'm pretty sure it's something deluxe crease, and I probably got it at one of the trade shows. So a makeup artist trade show, either IMATS or the makeup show, something like that. But it's basically like a pointy crease brush. And what I love about these is you can really like dig in and get exactly where you want them to go. So I need a matte shade. I think I'm gonna do 2 different matte shades. I really like this poppy color. It's like a crimson matte. And like I said, I haven't tried this palette yet, so we're gonna see how this looks. But I'm gonna just look directly into the mirror, not raise my brows at all. And I'm gonna kind of carve out where I want dimension. That's pretty. Really light touch. And I'm gonna lift a little bit right here, just for fun. I might pull it out slightly. And then I think I will take the color we originally did for the crease and just use that as like a transition to blend it, bring it up a little bit higher. But for now, that's what it's looking like. And as you can see, a lot of times I'll drop my chin and look in the mirror, because then all the skin that's gonna go back into my eyelid goes back and I can see if it's still visible. So some people say, I do my makeup and then it looks like I have nothing on, and that's because you're raising your brows and you're putting it where you're not supposed to put it. So when I do this, I can see it's still lifting my eye right here. I might do a little bit more right here, but it just is showing me exactly what it's going to look like. So same thing on the other side. We are just going to kind of carve that out. And then I'm going to create a little bit of lift. Make sure it's symmetrical. Pull it out just a tiny bit in the outer corners. Really subtle. This is a pretty color. Okay, now I feel I need to blend a little bit. So I'm going to take that Elcie E1 again. And nothing on this brush, just whatever was left over from the crease before. And just get those edges nice and soft. Because this one's a fluffier, like bigger brush, it's going to blend more. But the bristles are still, they're not super flimsy. So you actually get a really nice blend because you can actually move the product that's already placed. I am liking this. Okay, so last but not least, I am going to use like a small domed pencil brush, and I'm going back in with that Violet Voss palette with the dark matte brown that I'm seeing here in the outer corner, the top corner. I want some dimension, and it's got a lot of color to it, which is nice. It has the gold, it has the reds and the crimsons, but I do want to create just a little bit of more dimension on the outer portion of the eye. So I'll do one eye and then you can see the comparison. I'm layering basically on top of what I've done with the red, but kind of keeping it a little more concentrated. So I'm not going to bring it up as high, but it's just going to create that shadow in the corner. So it gives an added layer of dimension. A little bit smoky, but still not taking away from the color because I'm staying in the same family. I'm not using a black because I don't want to make it look too purple. Sometimes if you mix black with red, you get kind of that purple look. Okay, so do you see how that shadow just gives, comparing this eye to this eye, do you see the difference in how it just makes it pop? It just kind of creates that smokiness, that sultry, and just really makes it stand out. So I haven't done lashes or liner yet, but that added tiny bit of shadow makes such a difference. All right, what you do to one side, you gotta do to the other. So here we go. Once again, on the outer part of the lid, and then just really subtle into that crease. Dropping my chin to check my placement, making sure that I am creating depth exactly in the spot that I want to. blending for a soft finish. Okay, so now it's time for like the final steps. Let's get some mascara on, let's get some lashes on, some liner. So one thing, I got some new stuff, so we're playing with new stuff. I just got Smashbox Full Exposure. I've actually used this one before. It's got a really nice full brush, which I love, a big full brush. It is in here. So it has kind of that glossier texture. It gives a lot of volume, but it's got this really, really nice full brush. And as you can see, I did pump it a couple times. I do not recommend normally pumping it, but when you first get a mascara, it is important to get the product kind of all around on the brush, just so that you get a lot of it. But I do not suggest you pump, 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 because you're pushing oxygen into your mascara and it will make it kind of clumpy and dried out. And I even pumped a little too much, so now I'm getting a little bit of excess. But I already curled my lashes earlier. I could probably curl them again, but we're gonna throw lashes on, so not a big deal. And yes, I am doing mascara before eyeliner. Why? Because I do a couple coats of mascara anyways, and I like to see where my outer lashes kind of go. Because then I can follow my lashes to give a really pretty natural finish to the eyeliner. I like it all to be really cohesive. So new mascara sometimes needs a little bit more work because this is not putting on too much, but usually it does. Just needs a little more oxygen in there. Guess this mascara is mine now because I double dipped and used it on myself. Okay. So I have my first like 2 coats of mascara on. I am going to apply lashes, so I don't need a crazy amount of mascara, but I do want to do a little bit of liquid liner as well. Before or after lashes? That is the question. I personally do it after, and I know it's wrong. I know everybody does it before and then applies lashes. But sometimes I like to see what it's gonna look like. And then if I do it before and I do the lashes, then it's too much because I touched the microphone. Because I don't personally love too much, too dramatic. I mean, at times, but not always. Too dramatic of an eye. So yes, I'm gonna apply lashes first. I'm gonna do it out of order. And just like that, I've got lashes on. So if you look closely, you can see what a difference lashes make. They definitely darken up the look. That is why I personally like to do my lashes before my liner, because sometimes you put lashes on and you only need a thin liner instead of a thick liner. So I'm a visual person and I do everything based on what it looks like. So there you go. I've got lashes on. I still want to do some liquid liner. I am going to use my old school, tried and true, one of my favorite liquid liners. And this one is by Sephora. Now, when you're buying this liquid liner, there are 2 different variations of the tip. I personally love the brush tip. I like the long, kind of flimsier brush tip. They do make a sponge tip that's a little more firm. Not for me. I do not like that one. Maybe if you don't have a lot of control, that might work, but I find you don't get as like pretty of a wing or any of that. So I personally like the little brush tip one. And then I'm gonna go right on top of my lashes. And I kind of like lay the brush on the lash and then get it right next to my eyelid. So I just like to lay the brush right on top of the lashes and then put it close to my eyelid. If you notice, I also rest a finger on my face. I just do. It's just like when they're painting their nails and you You anchor a finger to be able to get it really steady. So I don't ever just come in blindly like this. I always rest a little finger. I'm not talking when I get on the inside because I really want it to be perfect. So I am just going to, and I keep checking it. I really like how it's looking so far. I may just do a tiny little wing. Doesn't really need it, but I don't know. Everyone likes a wing. It's all over social media now, even though it was like so 5 years ago, but it's okay. We'll add a tiny wing. There we go. And if you look closely again, it just follows my lash line. That is why I like my lashes on before I do my liner. Got a little wing, nice and cute, nothing crazy. So now let's go to the other side. Let's re-dip. And this one I'm gonna come in from this direction. When I go through the center, and then when I get on the inside, I'm gonna flip it around. My eyes are two different sizes, so I really have to correct, which is why you see me looking a little bit more on this one. This one's my harder eye. Typically, I would say do your harder eye first, but I know my eyes really well. So I personally like to do what I want it to look like, and then I have to correct to make it look like that. I'm gonna do my tail next. And just like that, liquid liner is done. What do you think? Hope you like it. So since I have liquid liner going on the top, I just want to do a little bit on the bottom. Nothing too crazy. A lot of times I personally really like a heavy bottom liner on myself, and I just do lashes on the top so that it's bottom heavy and not top and bottom heavy. But I do need something on the bottom. I am going to use this Girlactik shadow stick. It's the metallic shadow stick in Cashmere. Use this one daily, like this is in my makeup bag. So I'm just going to apply a little bit along the bottom lash line. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that when I do bottom shadow or liner or anything, I like it to be waterproof, I like to stay. And if I'm doing just shadow, I definitely lay down a waterproof pencil before and something with a lighter finish. So this one is Cashmere. It's kind of like a taupier brown with shimmer. So it's nothing too dark, but it does give some dimension. Even just that, I could even go out with just that, a little bit of mascara, but I'm gonna step it up just a tiny bit, just a little bit. I am going to take that pointer kind of pencil brush that we had done the corners with and just get a little bit of, I think it's Poppy, that red one. Yep, Poppy. Really loving this palette. Just in this outer kind of corner and smoking it in my corners right underneath my wing liner. So again, just taking Poppy, which is that kind of crimson cranberry reddish color, and I am just popping it. Did you get that? Mom joke. Poppying it. Such a dork. In this outer corner. I like it. Let's add a tiny highlight. This is also from that Violet Voss Macarron palette. We'll highlight in this inner corner. Some people like a really strong inner corner highlight. I don't mind it. Just kind of like brightens and opens up the eye. Kind of fun. So this is that second color next to my lid color. It's like a golden, kind of brighter. Just really hitting that inner corner. Let's bring a little of my lid color in there too, just to transition. That works. Nothing too dark. And then I definitely need some bottom mascara, just to balance that top and bottom. Does everyone make a weird mascara face? A lot of people open their mouths like this. I have taught myself not to, but I still do a little, like a frown. I don't know. So just kind of brushing out those bottom lashes, just to balance. And I'm gonna brush my top lashes up without sweeping all the way through, just at the base of them. Give a little lift. I am not going to do waterline because I have that liquid liner on the top. Just don't want it to be too heavy. I could, but kind of like it open. You could always do like a cream or a nude liner on your waterline as well to keep your eyes nice and open. I'm just a little old and lazy, so we're gonna keep it simple. So let's just finish off with some lip. I grabbed, Smashbox just sent me some lipsticks, and this is Famous, which is literally one of my favorite colors, and the one in my kit is so old I finally had to throw it away. I think it was like 3 years old. So pretty. I just had liner on before. I had Oh Honey from MAC, the Prolongwear. Literally opened it today. But I did put that on, and then just did a little bit of Famous, which is this really pretty peachy, like nudie Jill color. I love a peach, I love a coral. So there you have it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this look. Just to recap, I used a lot of new products, and I'm super excited about how it turned out. I'm absolutely loving everything that I used. I went ahead and started with the Milk Makeup Eye Pigment as my eyeshadow base, and I will say it is strong. Like, that shadow really stuck. It seems like it's gonna last all day, so I'm super excited about this product. Definitely going to be one of my favorite go-tos. I used a few different palettes, mostly this Beaute Grandiose palette. I think I got this in maybe a BoxyCharm. I don't know, I get a lot of stuff sent to me. I'll have to relook at my stuff. But I used Cinnamon in the crease. I used Patchouli as a brow highlight. I used Poppy as the crease color. And then I also went in with this kind of matte shade to really pop out my brow highlight, and this dark brown shadow to intensify the outer corners of my eyes. And these are from the Creme Brûlée palette from Voss. And then this gorgeous lid color that's like gold, but it kind of has like a two-tone almost to it. I don't know, it's got a really pretty shimmer to it. It actually looks like Gigi from one of my other palettes from Voss, so maybe it's like a recreation of that. But it is this corner color right here, and it is so pretty. So that is all over my lid, and that is really what stands out. And that is from the Macarron palette from Voss. And I used Smashbox Full Exposure mascara on top and bottom. I used my Sephora Collection liquid liner with the brush tip, so you gotta make sure you grab the right one. I did use Girlactik Metallic Shadow Stick in Cashmere underneath my eyes, and kind of followed along with a little bit of the shadows from the top. My lips are MAC Oh Honey, the Prolongwear lip liner, and Famous by Smashbox, the Be Legendary lipstick in Famous, which is that really pretty peachy nude color. Probably one of my top 3 favorite lipsticks. So super excited I have a new one. And my lashes were Ardell Wispies. One of my favorite lashes. They always look good. They're longer in the center, and they just really create a nice lift. So I hope you enjoyed this look. Please like this video, leave me some comments. I would love to know what you want to hear next, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below what you want to see next. All of the products used in my video are also linked below. And if you want to see more, follow me anywhere at Joe Powell Glam. Thanks again.